up in Aurora. It wasn't until really I would spend summers when I was growing up with my aunt and uncle in Tennessee, and that's where God really started pulling on my heart. I remember crying like on the porch one night, and my cousin ran in to get my uncle, and my uncle came out and started talking to me a little bit about, what I'm feeling, what's going through your mind, and led me to Christ that night. We started dating in the fall of 2002, and then we were married in July of 2003, so a very short dating. Married at her church. She was very involved. I was not involved. And then we just stopped going. I think one of the things that haunts me is I can remember Rebecca wanting to go to church, and I would tell her, if you want to go to church, go to church. I'm not going. To look back at that now hurts, because I think I understand the importance. And it was in that time that I was driving by the Elgin campus, and I saw the sign, and I'm like, you know what, I'm going to go in and I'm going to try it out. Got in touch with Pastor Jason Den here, started to hook me in, started a men's group, started understanding what it's like to be in community with a bunch of guys and to be real and to share what's going on. But she started to see that change in me. So we started talking again, and it wasn't immediately that she came right back. But when she eventually did come back, we started coming to church together, and we got in a couples group together. And it was the first time that I think we both felt like we really belonged. July 25th, came home for lunch like I usually do, and she seemed off. She wasn't happy, she was irritable. And a couple hours later, I tried calling her, and her phone went right to voicemail. And I'm like, well, that's not normal. So then I tried calling the house phone, nothing. Get home, she's in bed, and I can tell just by looking at her that something was wrong. And I can kind of tell by the look in her eye that she's not good. And they get me out of the room, and they start working her and take her to the hospital. And I remember as my boss is driving me to the hospital, I just remember one person that I could call, and it was my original men's group small group leader. I said, okay, Kevin, we're gonna be there. And I got there, and I remember being led into the room, and Rebecca had passed. There wasn't anything that they could do.
Received a call from Kevin's small group leader letting me know that Rebecca was in the hospital, and it was serious. And so I got there as soon as I could, and I was really thankful to see that I was about the last one to arrive, because already there were Kevin's small group leaders and I think pretty much everyone else from his small group.
But I think the thing that started to hit home with me was I had all these people in my corner that they didn't have to be there. They chose to be there. They chose to want to be there for me. And it hurt. It hurt a lot. But it was a process. It was sharing that hurt and telling people how I feel, and how much that you miss that person. And I think it amplifies the regret and the choices that you made early on, but you also can't live there. I think if you start to live there, then you give in to the lie that Satan feeds you.
What's so unique about the way Kevin has handled this trial is that instead of isolating himself like so many do, he has opened his life to his small group, who have then given him the comfort that God promises to those who are in affliction. And now he is able to give away that comfort that he's received from the Lord through his small group to others who are going through a time of affliction too.
People will tell me, like people at work especially, since all of this happened, they just seem at peace and at ease, and they don't understand how I could go through all this and I could be okay with it. It's like I'm not, like, it wasn't me, it was God working through me. And, God rebuilt that. I didn't. If I look back at everything, like even the first time that Rebecca left, I kind of see God's hand in it. We're only here for like a snap of your finger, and then it's over. And then you have all of eternity that you get to spend worshiping God. I think God brought me to Harvest to save me, to get me through this.